Hey guys, this is the Vinyl Mother Effin' Casket, and I'm Nick with my normal Thursday night comic book review. And again, a little bit of a change with the setup. I'm trying to perfect this new two camera setup. So hopefully, let me put that on the back burner. Hopefully, this works. So that should be good. Everything should be focused, and let's take it. Boom. We'll put me in the background like this. So the camera's like right in front of me. So if I get too close or anything, let me know, guys. Um, so this is my regular, normal, every Thursday night comic book review. Comics come out Tuesday, Wednesday. I get them Wednesday. I read them all Wednesday. I read them all today. And this is the big ass mother effing haul we got. So hopefully, I'm not too close. Yeah, I should be like in the middle of the frame. Um, but yeah, we got a bunch of books. We're gonna start off easily. We got a lot of stuff to go through today, so we're gonna try to do this fluidly without a problem. I got the chat in front of me in case anyone wants to chime in. You know, mic is right here, so I shouldn't have the audio issue I had last week. You gotta stay hydrated with that agua. Okay. We're going to start off with issue 17 of X-Men. Let's get that into frame. All right, so that's in frame. A little bit of a glare, but we're fine. All right, guys. So obviously we got this really dope. I'm gonna keep looking at the freaking computer. I don't know why I keep doing that. We have this really dope storm cover. Honestly, from the last issue, I was like, what is going on with this storm cover? Why do we have a storm cover if we're going to be building a new X-Men team? Well, this is like a side story that leads into that storyline. So we'll start off. Artwork on here is phenomenal. So this is Hickman and Booth. Um, so you get, this whole planetary space intro, which, with the X-Men, there's always Shi'ar and Brood, and there's been so many intergalactic storylines, especially with the Phoenix Force and what's his name? Um, Cyclops' brother. Um, so like Vulcan. So there's always been like intergalactic stuff going on with them, but so you get a bunch of Shi'ar guys like Gladiator, but you also, and this is through the entire issue, and this I've been on like a 90s 80s hype train right now with X-Men, like going through old books and stuff, and I love it. Dude, boom. This right here, phenomenal. Phenomenal. This is Jean Grey and Cyclops for some reason on a mission with modern costume Storm wearing their X Force costumes. And I know that's not her original X Force costume. I'm pretty sure she was yellow X on a green suit, and he was probably. I don't remember what his normal. I don't know if it was blue with yellow or if it was blue with white. But this is X Force inspired costumes. So you get a really cool storyline. How Warbird, I think that's her name, Warbird, has called them to come help because someone kidnapped the princess. And you get some dope. You get Sunspot, you get Cannonball, you get Smasher, you got Storm, Jean, Cyclops, you got Deathboard, Oracle, Gladiator. Dude, this is awesome. Let's come on. So let's. I don't know why the light isn't catching it that much, but this is. Oh, I gotta keep it like that. Okay. Well, as you can see, dope cover. You get this really cool interaction piece. There you go. Interaction piece between Cannonball and Sunspot, which is really cool. Really describes their friendship. You get sick artwork throughout. This is, Jean using her telepathic powers. I don't think I've seen her telepathic powers drawn in this like capacity in a long time. Um, it's really cool to see her like go all sorts of nuts. See them working together was really cool. Also, it was really interesting. Um, the way they were depicted, and dude, the artwork in this, like, just look at this. Look at the coloring. Look at the artwork. It's phenomenal. Like the X books, like for months have not been this good. Like the way freaking Cannonball is drawn right now is incredible. Like Sam Guthrie at his prime, dude. Being a dad, living his life. Artwork here, paneling, artwork. Really excited for this issue. Um, yeah, dude, really, really good story. And then, so this is like the biggest deal of this. So we'll zoom out a little bit. So the X Men election. So we get, as readers, get to vote on the last member of the new X Men team. So, um, yeah. So we got, as possible candidates, Banshee, Polaris, Forge, Boom Boom, Tempo, Cannonball, Sunspot, Strong Guy, Marrow, and Armor. So here's my problem with some of these. First off, Polaris is like co-leading X Factor. I'm not taking her out of X Factor. Forge is a huge part of X Force. Why would I? Boom Boom has been and Armor have been like kind of like important in the New Mutant story. Not in the last couple issues, but in the beginning of the introduction of that new series, they were super important, like super important. As was Sunspot and then a little bit of Cannonball, but like they haven't been utilized in a while, and they're in space. But it would be really cool to bring Cannonball back into the major picture, especially because he's such a cool X Men and X Factor character. Um, Sunspot also. Give me a second. I want to turn the light up on this light box, and that's at the other end of my desk. But basically, also I haven't mentioned yet, but Strong Guy is probably my favorite. It's between Cannonball, Strong Guy. Okay, so this should, there we. Oh, that's too bright. That's too bright. No, can we work with it? Can we work with it? No. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Oh, I can't reach it. God damn it. Dope ass new Soul Eater shirt. So that should be a little bit better. Ugh. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right. So my issue with this, uh, you know, they're on a team. They're on a team. She's been used. She's been used. They've been used, but not recently. Strong Guy, Marrow, Tempo, Banshee. Banshee's been used for like fodder for dog crap. He has not been used properly, but I also don't like him as a character like in this generation. He's like kind of washed up. He's an older character that hasn't really gone with the flow of what X-Men and Marvel have been doing. Um, but um I super do think that Marrow, Strong Guy, Boom Boom, Sunspot, Cannonball, and Armor would be really great additions to the team. But my issues here lie with that Armor could be really important for what's going on in New Mutants if they want to do that. Same with Boom Boom. Sunspot, Cannonball, not being utilized. But Strong Guy hasn't been used since like the late 80s, early 90s. Like, all right, it ends on February 2nd, so we'll find out by Tuesday who I guess. Um, issue 17 of X-Men. I haven't polybagged any of these yet because I said screw it. It just creates a big glare, even worse glare. I'm gonna give it. All right. We're gonna set the bar with this. This is pretty good. So we're gonna set this at a 7.5. Okay. Next, we'll go with issue 9 of Wolverine. Dope cover with the hand. Artwork here was cool. The little like paneling idea that they did. So like they did this really cool where like they're like piecing out of the faces and stuff. I really liked this weird art style that they did here. Um, and you get some patch, which is really cool to get some patch. Um, Dialogue was really good. And I love this. I love this when they make you do like the whole side thing, and you get like some cool characters. These are all that weird group of characters from the Marauders. You get some X fanatics. You get, I'm pretty sure that's Kingpin. I'm assuming that's Hydra. You get like a bunch of really bad people here doing bad stuff. They're auctioning off some weird things, and then you get boom, boom, like they're auctioning off a severed hand of Wolverine, and he's pissed and he crushes his bourbon glass in his hand. Kingpin hands him a freaking uh like napkin. Then they're auctioning off freaking Maverick. Um, demonstrating magic, and then they freaking screw over Wolverine, expose him, and he uses these magnetic gauntlets to get him, and he's somehow able to reach into his past and trigger Maverick, and that's sick, sick, sick. Yeah, quick little issue. Dialogue was good. Artwork and colors are good. Story was entertaining, especially after the last Maverick issue. Um, I really enjoyed it. I would give this, I gave X Men a 7. I'll give X Men a 7.5. This is like a 7. Um, it's just a really good, like what they're doing with the X Men books right now is just amazing. Um, and we're gonna come in again with another one with 15 of New Mutants. So this one did a lot of weird stuff. So you can tell by the cover and the artwork that's been going on with this book throughout the run has been strange. But you got these super animated warlock horse and everything. You have this weird abstract like watercolor background thing going on. And like when you get close up to the face, you get the realism that's been in the series. But you get a bunch of characters, and you get some weird. They're working with the Shadow King. This was really cool. I really enjoyed this interaction. So you go to the Boneyard, which is X Factor's it's X Factor's like base home, and you see um Aurora and Dakin flirting, and then Scout pops up like an annoying little sister, and you get to see Dakin be like a big brother, which is so strange. Then you get to see some training on Warpath doing his class, which is really cool. This is really cool. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. So this is Cosmar and Anil using their combined powers to do Nightmare Evolution mode. Um, you see some people bullying Scout too. That wasn't cool. Armor and again. See Armor's in there. And then you get some really, really like emotional stuff with Wolfsbane about trying to get her son back, and the council giving them a hard time. That's all in this letter over here from Elixir. Um, so that was really heartwarming. Then you have the wedding party for Cipher. You get more scout stuff trying to find Dakin. Um, Cosmar asks Danny Moonstone if they'll fight. She'll fight her for her chance to be reincarnated, to be brought back to life by the five. But Danny, being the goody goody she is, kind of breaks her spirit, and you see more Shadow King. So this is going to lead to a problem because her power is going to get out of control. I think the story's playful. I thought the dialogue was okay. There was some weird stuff going on, like with the artwork. There's like three different stories going on. So you have all these kids working with Shadow King. You have the stuff with Scout. You have the stuff with Wolfsbane. You had the stuff going on in the party. It was very cluttered about what was going on, what the focus really is. Um, and the class stuff too that was tied in there is just very cluttered, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a 6. No, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 because there wasn't a lot of really like cool story. It's gonna be a nice story arc. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, we're gonna move on with Spider-Man 58. When I saw this cover, I was like, oh no, I don't care about Negative Man. But you know, really good artwork. With him dealing with this. If you can't see, it's a lot of demons. Okay. So you get or is it Martin Lee? Martin Lee? You get Martin, whatever his last name is, dealing trying to explain to Aunt May what's been going on and how the demons are trying to get him because he pushed his sins back out. Peter, goes to visit Harry's wife and the whole stuff with Red Goblin, and his son being a badass, messed up kid, exposes the Goblin Glider. He gets in a fight with Harry, with Norman, and then goes after to try to save Aunt May. And basically that ends with him fighting these guys out, getting his aggression out, while Kingpin is having some weird conversation with Kindred, um, and this demon. So I'm excited to see what happens. Obviously, Negative Man's gonna fight Spider-Man. That's an easy 5 for me, but I do enjoy it. I think Nick Spencer's doing a great job with the run. I am very excited to see where it goes with this. I feel like this is just a pit stop with the post Kindred Sin Eater stuff. I'm excited to see what happens with the rest of the series from his standpoint. Okay, so we're gonna finish up Marvel books with issue 17 of Excalibur. Dope cover with dope cover of Betsy Braddock. You get some Pete Wisdom stuff, messing with that guy who's in that weird cult. Um, I love how they have these pages here and they show you what characters are in the book. I really love that. Dude, artwork in this section, the artwork in this section that was dealing with Betsy is in an alternate world, an omniversal world, where she is not only Captain Britain, but also the Prime Minister. And she's dating, kind of married to Warren, which is crazy. But the coloring and drawing in this section was awesome. And she's trying to find her way back to her body. But she has to team up with none other than Psylocke. Dude, and Psylocke is um Warren's ex-wife. Boom. Like what? Like she's like trying to hint at what went on like between them, how they shared a body and stuff. And then Excalibur's trying to move into the lighthouse. Um, and then she goes to the lighthouse facility in this world, and there's this big fight going on between them. You know, and she's trying to talk to Psylocke, and Psylocke is not having it. So she really doesn't get any of the closure that she was trying to get, which sucks because Betsy was trying to get closure, trying to apologize for all the stuff she put Psylocke through, but whatever. She ends up back at the lighthouse, and we'll find out now. Excalibur's back to being what they're supposed to be, and they can start a new storyline as a full team. Between Richter, Jubilee, Rogue, and Gambit, and now Betsy's back in the picture, so they can have like a real story again. That's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited for that. For this book to start taking off, because the last two issues were cool, good stories, way better than what the series had been putting out. Artwork was phenomenal, but there hasn't been like an interesting storyline at all. I think because the stuff with those weird like otherworld creatures that they were hunting down was stupid. Or the apocalypse stuff wasn't my thing, but it was leading into this story that's really boosted now. Like I didn't like X of Swords that much, but it's really boosted the overall like what's the word? The overall um X stories have just been boosted since it happened. So I'm gonna give this a solid 5.5. Okay, we're gonna get into DC. We're gonna start with The Adventure Continues, issue 8. So this is the last issue as marked by the red number. If you've never noticed, DC loves to do that. Now, so they have their setup here, which obviously Marvel is a minimalist thing. They do the little square with the name of the creators and the number. DC likes to be. This player sucks ass. Okay, so DC loves to do similar, but it's a much bigger thing. So you get the DC logo, DC Universe, big logo, the number, then a symbol of whatever is associated with that franchise. So, you get the Superman symbol, you get the Batman symbol. Red Hood has the Batman symbol xed out, like cool stuff like that. So then oh, the Flash symbol, all the Flash books have the Flash symbol, all the Bat books have the Bat symbol, all the Superman books have the Superman symbol. I like that. I think that's going to change going into Infinite Frontier. So God only knows what we'll have at that point. But then you have the creators, and I really like it. I really do. So this is a really cool cover. Obviously, I'm not in the middle. Um, Really cool cover, guys. Okay, let me center back up. Okay, so we'll start off. Art style, obviously, this whole book has been in the animated series art style. Secret Santa, you get, you get an interesting story about, the ventriloquist, of course, and you know, it's interesting. You get Scarface, which how many times have we had a Scarface story in the actual show? A lot. So it makes sense to see that the last issue would be a Scarface issue, but I really wish that this series would have continued bridging the gap of the Batman fandom and what wasn't in the show, and not just done like this could have easily been an episode that you know is hit or miss. So you get Tim Drake, you get Batman, you get some really cool Harley and Ivy interaction, but this is like a much more modern Harley. Um, he gets out of a psychiatric ward and he thinks he's cured, but he's still seeing the puppet. Joker is so this is clearly before the Red Hood stories because Straight Man is being auditioned. So this gives you the background of Straight Man. Uh, you get to see Harley being a whack job. It was just really, really well drawn, really well colored, well inked, solid dialogue. I really enjoyed this. I really wish this would have come out around Christmas, like it was supposed to, because it's a Christmas issue. I don't know what delayed it so much. Like clearly, it was the cover never changed. It was advertised. It was solicited. It was out there, way ahead of time. Makes no sense why they didn't put it out when they should have. Um, yeah, good story. You're not missing anything by picking this up. I do think the issues 1 through 7 are a definite must. So if it comes out in a trade, pick it up. Like that's a solid trade that you owe yourself to read if you're an animated fan. Like I highly recommend if you're an animated Batman fan that this series, not including this issue, is a highly sought after thing. I If you liked the Batman Adventures comics back in the day, this is going to appeal to you. Even this issue. I do wish, however, though, they would the adventure continues would continue. I didn't think it was going to be a mini thing. I didn't think it was going to be just 7 issues. Um, you think like Batman the adventure continues would be like an ongoing thing. I hope that DC gets their shit together and realizes that this is something we want, even if it goes to Black Label. Like if Black Label picks this up, or like Wonder Comics, or something like one of the Young Animal, or any of the imprints of DC picks this up as an ongoing series, or like Adventures Continues Volume 2 or something. Like that was cool. I want to see more Red Hood stuff. I want to see, Tim Drake get involved with that. I want to see the introduction of the other Batgirls. Like, I want to see animated Oracle. I want to see, Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Kane, and I want to see them. I want to see, Stephanie and Tim have a relationship. I want to see Nightwing and Oracle do their thing. I want to see Nightwing face off against Red Hood. Like, that would be dope. Like, is it just me? Am I the only one that wants this? That I can't be the only one that wants this. Um, but yeah, dope. I give it. I don't know if I already gave it a rating, but I'm gonna give it like a 4 because it just wasn't something for me. But it was really good, so I do highly recommend you still do it. All right, we're getting into DC. Okay, so this is week I picked up 3 Future State books. I wanted to pick up Aquaman, but apparently it wasn't on my pull list, and my shop ran out. So I'll probably get the reprint of that because I'm interested in seeing how that goes. Um, so this is issue 1 of Suicide Squad, with a backup story from Black Adam. So you get this weird Justice Squad, which is basically a Suicide Squad by Amanda Waller pretending to be the Justice League. So you have Talon pretending to be Batman. What is her name? Hypnotic Woman pretending to be using an illusion to look like Wonder Woman. Some fish dude pretending to be Aquaman makes no sense. Bolt, who was a Teen Titan that is pretending to be the Flash. Clayface pretending to be Martian Manhunter. The cool thing about Clayface is that every inch of dirt, every molecule of dirt has a bomb in it. That's how Amanda Waller got Clayface, which is crazy. How did you do that? And then Superman is Connor Kent. So, in most of the Future State we've seen, this is alternate. I don't know what time period this is. The time period of Black Adam is super in the future. And this might be, in an alternate world or like before. I don't know how this is playing out. But everyone has been saying, "Oh, Jonathan Kent is Superman. Jonathan Kent is Superman. Oh, Kara is Superwoman." Boom, bro. You got my boy Connor, the clone. They're going up against Sinestro, Mongal, Brainiac. This that's dope Clayface stuff going on. Mongal was really cool with Sinestro in this. Some really cool artwork, really cool story stuff. Sinestro. Battalion gets him and goes nuts. I love how this Batman costume has like the Talon like look around the cowl. And then boom, Amanda Waller blew his head off. Knocked him the F out. That was sick. I was waiting for this to happen as I started reading this. I'm like, oh, someone's head's gonna get blown off. Like this is Suicide Squad, like weird style, like, and you hear like someone speaking the whole time, telling them not to do this, not to do this, and warning them. I'm like, oh, that has to be Amanda Waller. And then, like that. Dude, this is a dope scene. And then the Flash runs away and finishes the mission. Some advertising for Harley Quinn, Swamp Thing, and the next issue of Suicide Squad. So here they are at the Pentagon. Waller does a thing, treating them like criminals and assholes. And then this other team of the actual Suicide Squad that's trying to take them down, trying to take Amanda Waller down. Black Manta, I guess, dies for some reason. I think they're from another planet or another universe. But this is what you got. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what to do with this. All I know is I see Mirror Master and I see Cheetah. But this is like a full animalistic version. All right, so then you have this Black Adam story, JLA, Justice Legion A. What? What is that? What is that? I don't know, but you have this weird. This is clearly like in an alternate reality in the future. You have this Black Panther looking Batman. You have this weird Superman that has to be like one of the sons because it's just weird looking. It's not even the right symbol in his chest. This Bartor looking guy that I guess has to be Bart. And this like metallic eyes like Wonder Woman, and I just don't know what's going on. Then you have this like Superman wearing a weird symbol on his chest that's taking the whole power of a sun. And they're taking on this group called the Unkindness, which is the lamest name. And obviously you get it, like they're saying there's no magic in the world, and the story obviously has to bring back magic to take on this dark evil, which is like the seven deadly sins and Vandal Savage Child, an evil dove, and Tekel, which is the cat from that weird kid that walks around that got eaten by the cat. You know, obviously you see where you're going with this, and they go to this. Where is it? They go to this weird planet because Wonder Woman has been sleeping with Black Adam. He has a secret planet for refugees, and then they're attacked by the seven deadly sins. Dude, artwork here is crisp. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Dude, that is a crisp. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. So Wraith, takes on Black Adam. I want to get that scene where he. There you go. So Earth has been like destroyed. So this is Earth. Obviously he calls upon and gets his magic back. Does his magic thing. And then the Justice League has been infected by the deadly sins, so then they're fighting them. And then boom. So this besides this is cool too. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I'm excited about. First off, dope full page. But all right, so if you don't know, Gold Beetle is a character that is currently being teased on the cover of a Flash issue, which apparently is the run that's going to follow this current run, this future state stuff, with Wally West taking over as main Flash and getting hurled into Bart Allen's body and running through the future in the 31st century, and has to team up with Gold Beetle, which is a combination of Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. So I'm very confused on what's going on and who she is, but she's in this book, guys. She's in this book. Um, so yeah, very excited about that. This is probably my least favorite story. All right, so all right, see, you got two stories in this book. See, that's how I gotta judge these things. Um, the Suicide Squad story, a little weird. Definitely entertaining. Definitely enjoyed it. I'm gonna give that a 6. Artwork was phenomenal. Artwork in both stories was phenomenal. Story was, writing was okay. Pacing was, whatever it is. I don't know what it's leading to. Um, Connor Kent. I'm gonna give it like yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 6. And then the Black Adam story, I'm gonna give a 5. Um, oh, good. Like they're not bad. They're middle ground stories. They're good together as a book. The combination of the stories, doesn't really fit in my opinion. I guess Suicide Squad always in the like says like, oh, like they're villains, so it's villainous. So Black Adam, an anti-villain, would be in the Suicide book. Um, I'll give it the book as a whole. It's gonna be a 6 and a 5, but together the book, like you're picking up the book, you're getting both stories. So the book, the combo set, you're getting a 5 and a 6. So the book, I'm gonna say, is like a 6.5, 7 maybe. But the stories are gonna be 6 and 5. Um, okay. Issue 1 of Batman Superman. So this is the book that I'm hoping does something for me. Because do not, I don't collect the normal Batman Superman run. It's not something I read. It's not something I'm interested in. This cover is dope. And this is Clark and Bruce. Um, but this is like, so basically the time period that this is happening. So basically the time period that this is happening is most of the story takes place in Gotham after he sees this happen and he finds out about this drug, this black market drug that it changes your face but has some after effects. Um, and this kid tries to kill himself, and Superman's like, no. So he goes to Gotham to find out, what's going on, where's this coming from? Because obviously, anything black market or like science related, Bruce is the guy you go to. You go to Bruce. Um, so he does his thing, whatever, and basically this time period, from what I can tell, has to is in the same time is in the more present. So it's the magistrate has just been established, but it isn't at the point where Gotham's all messed up or he's been killed. Obviously, Superman's still here, so he's not in like world of war. And John Kent hasn't taken over yet. So like we're like this is like the prequel to what's going on with all these other books. This is the like how does it lead there? Because the magistrate exists and they're starting to bug everything. So he goes and he's like, "Get in!" Like the magistrate's gonna see you. You see the magistrate thing. So you have these robots. They're like the what's the word? They're like the Model 1 of the cybers. So they go, they hunt down, they're trying to do this thing with the drugs and figure out what's going on. And you get these peacekeepers. So they're clearly peacekeepers, like have been in the magistrate stories, but they don't have the blue helmets. They have the red helmets, which makes me screams Red Hood. Which you get a Red Hood story this week. You get this. These weird mutated guys. Dope paneling here. So you meet, what is this? Mr. Toad. So you meet Mr. Toad, who was previously Mita's daughter, and they're trying to reunite them. Um, I love how this USB drive has, what is that? All right, I was right. So this USB drive has a, that's keychains, Superman symbol, and a cat for a black cat or Catwoman. Black cat. That's Spider Man. And then this Toad guy kryptonites him, and that's what we got so far. So what I'm excited about with this book, besides the potential of maybe getting into the Batman Superman stories, is this is going to give us like how the magistrate took over and got as bad as it did. Because obviously we know the guy who won mayor, and from because he got hurt in Joker War, and now he's become the mayor, and he's brought in the magistrate, and we're getting this background, like this pre-magistrate craziness. This book, just because of the ideas that it puts out there, is a 7. Artwork is good. Storyline was pretty entertaining. Nothing great, but really entertaining. Um, so now we have the last story, the last book, 2 stories, last book. So this is Dark Detective issue number 2 with a Red Hood feature. Right. So with this Red Hood feature, first off, the cover. The cover is sick. I love this design. I love how Peacekeeper Zero One's reflection is in the helmet. Right. Obviously, coloring is everything you expect from a Batman book. So now the cyber. So I had a bunch of theories about how Tim Drake's story, Robin Eternal, was so far in the future because of things that were featured. It was the first book to bring in the cybers. Now, almost every book has brought in the cybers after that. It was the first book to mention that um, Nightwing was in Arkham. Then you find out that in the Nightwing book, he's using Arkham as his base. So, what does that mean? Does everyone not know? Like, and then he said that Red Hood is a traitor. You're gonna find out what that means later on in the second story in this book. Coloring phenomenal, artwork phenomenal. Uh, so what I'm interested in, so you find out this book dives in a lot. Um, in the story about how everyone thinks Bruce Wayne and Batman are dead, and what happened that night and what led to it. How he dived off the dock, running from Peacekeeper. Um, Dude, coloring in this book is phenomenal. But you get that whole background on like what's going on, like what happened in those events, what led to that point. So this is also like a prequel flashback kind of story, where in this one you find out some stuff prior to full magistrate mode. This is what you find out pre everything that we have seen so far out of the magistrate books, which the magistrate stories so far have been Next Batman, Nightwing, Dark Detective, Robin Eternal. Um, then you have like the side stories of Arkham Knights, Batgirls, um, Gotham City Sirens, Outlaws, Grifters. Is that everything? I think that's everything. And now Red Hood. So all these stories are existing in the same Gotham. I, the timeline is very scattered. I don't know what comes first and what comes after, but the flashbacks in here are definitely coming. Oh, and Catwoman. We forgot Catwoman. Um, and Harley Quinn also. Her book also exists in this. God, there's a lot of books to exist in this one story frame for Future State. This is like the major Future State story is the Batman books. Um, so like you get a lot of cool stuff in this. This so my problem though is if you've read Catwoman, you know that at the end of Catwoman they find Bruce Wayne on the train, his body in like hyperbolic whatever. You also had found onomatopoeia. Um, so I'm assuming that because the story doesn't fit like says what happened and how he he got out of the water and he eventually he ran and now he's hiding and fighting and living in some guy's bunker. So like, are we gonna find out like more flashbacks after this? Like, are we gonna find out like because this is him finding out that technology that he developed while he was at Wayne Tech is now being used by the magistrate, and he's talking about how there's three major corporations that all existed after Joker War that are now taking over. And that's the people that deal with the magistrate, and that's where all the stuff comes through. So there's some kind of theory, there's some kind of, you know, something's going on. Um, but are we gonna get more flashbacks? Like, is the Catwoman event like? Because clearly, Dark Detective, everyone thinks he's dead. So all the books could technically, all the stories could exist while this is going on easily. But Catwoman's obviously Bruce Wayne's body's there. So unless it's a clone, Catwoman's story has to happen either after Dark Detective, like he gets captured and he's on the train, or between him running away from Peacekeeper 101 and getting to this bunker situation, he had to have been captured. And Catwoman helped him get out. But then I would understand why he isn't with Catwoman. So like that's like my theories right now. This is cool. So you have the three companies, which is Plexitech, Draft Tech, Draft Tech, and Neocorp. So you only get a little background on one of the guys um, that is involved with Plexitech, you know, dope, dope stuff going on. The drones, coloring here is great. The minimalist dialogue and mostly thought processing. See, that's the drone I was talking about. Dude, I love the artwork and the coloring scheme and the layout of this whole book, both stories. Um, so this guy is crazy, but he's not wrong. All right, so this is the Red Hood story. So this whole time we've been told early on for like 2 weeks now that Red Hood is a traitor. And obviously the stuff that Tim Drake said about Nightwing was true in a whole other way. So I was hoping, oh, maybe he's not really a traitor. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. So we find out he's dead ass a traitor, but we don't know why. So we'll find out. Hopefully, there's another Red Hood story, and we'll find out. But you get a mask alert. It's Vigilante. Oh, it's really funny that the Vigilante he has to hunt down is Vigilante. And you see the money. You see Dead or Alive. Last location. You see this information, and it's him waking up next to some girl, and him getting in the Red Hood suit. Dope. I really liked this art style. It's not something I normally like, um, but the Tron vibe was heavy here, dude. A lot of cool line work, a lot of cool coloring. Um, you don't see you don't get to see Gotham drawn like this. Clearly this is Gotham, but it's bright, it's colorful. Like what's going on? This isn't Gotham, and none of the other stories have depicted Gotham like this. That's why I'm very confused. What's going on? But he's following Vigilante, and he's screaming, "You're a damned traitor," which you know you have him doing his thing. Line work is crazy. Um, then there's some guys robbing a food carrier, dressed as OG Red Hood, and he's like, "Nah, I ain't doing this," and he does some OG freaking Batman detective work, and you don't find out until later on the whole thing. He's doing his thing, and then boom. I don't like the art style in these like half faded pages. Even on her face, there's like no detail. His face is so detailed, and her face in all these panels are like not detailed at all. Even her costume, there's no detail. That pissed me off a lot, guys. Like a lot. Um, but Ravenger is, his like fling thing, his partner. She kills them and he brings them in alive. There's a bunch of back and forth, and then he's like, "I figured this out," and they go, and he's gonna take him, and he's gonna take him in. I can help you. She kills him, but this is a. It was Mad Hatter Tech, dude. It was Mad Hatter Tech controlling him. Someone's controlling him, and they go to try to find Mad Hatter, and then boom, they're after Red Hood now. So is he a traitor? Like what? Why was he hunting down people? Was he doing it just to survive? Was he like, with Batman gone, like someone has to try to protect Gotham, and with Tim and Nightwing becoming vigilant, like going off the rails, fighting the system. This is my only opportunity to try to like do what try to be good on the right side, and I could try to save some of these people from getting captured from the inside. And that's what he's doing, and Ravager's just being a nutcase. I can't wait to see what happens in the next issue. Um, I'm assuming it's gonna be Dark Detective issue 4, not 3. So, normally, that what am I giving this? All right, so the Red Hood story is Dark Detective story is an 8. Red Hood story is a 7.5. The book is an 8. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I can say, dude. So, big stack. Very excited. I have some packages coming. I'll be able to open up with you guys. Um, let us move to this. Oh, we can. So let me pull gaming screen. Let me pull this. Let me run this, guys. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's make sure. And oh yeah. All right. So let's make sure. Boom. All right, guys. We have my favorite website, leagueofcomicgeeks.com. So this is where you're able to put your pull list together, and this is how I make sure I get everything that I need for the week. All right. So next week, first week of boom 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 boom, first week of February, my birthday month. Um, it's also next week on Saturday is episode 3 of the greatest comic live stream podcast ever created 1 month later. We'll be talking about all the books. Well, not all the books, but we'll be talking about a lot of stuff that came out in January. I know we're going to be talking about King and Black, so that's going to be like, two, like, I think the two Venom issues and King and Black 2 and 3. We're going to be talking about Future State, which is a lot to talk about. And I think the other thing that we were going to talk about. What was it? Future State, King and Black. There's one more thing we're going to talk about that's really important. Deceased, because Deceased ended in January. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about Future State, King and Black, and Deceased, and what happened in January, and that will be most of the episode. To be honest with you guys, um, so next week though, what we got for you, what I got for you, is Harley Quinn issue 2, Superman of Metropolis issue 2, Flash issue 2, next Batman issue 3. Then We also have Man Bat. We also have Hellions 9, King and Black Marauders, which is just the next Marauders issue. I think. Didn't we just have a Marauders issue last week? I don't know, but it's an X-Men title. It says issue 1 though. That's why I'm confused. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. Um, you got Venom 33, and you got X Factor 7. Okay, that's on my pull list. Next on my pull list, the week after, the 10th, is 59 on Spider Man, Excalibur 18, X Force 17. Really excited about that cover. Sword issue 3, which I'm not sure how that's going to plan out. I hope there's more random stuff. I love random. And then here we got this set of dope Future State books. Guys, like I'm super hyped on this. So Dark Detective issue 3, really cool. Justice League 2, excited to see how that unfolds. Kara Zor-El Superwoman issue 2, Robin Eternal issue 2, and Teen Titans issue 2. Dude, that's a set of books that I'm excited for. Okay, then the week of my birthday, we got none other than Batcat 3, Cable 8, Nightwing issue 2 of Future State, Superman Worlds of War issue 2. Excited to see if that does like what I want it to do. It doesn't say any side stories on the bottom, which I'm not sure if that's correct. Let's click on that. It This can't be right because it doesn't say any of the creators. So, oh, it says right here. World of War Part 2, Midnighter Part 2, Black Racer Part 2, and Mr. Miracle Part 4. So that means that we're gonna get another Mr. Miracle store. Dude, there's 4 Mr. Miracle store. This Mr. Miracle stuff, first off, the artwork is not my thing. Sorry to the artist. Um, I'm sorry. I don't like your style. My bad. It's just not good. Black Racer's cool. Nothing really happened. We just had an introduction. Midnighter was whatever. All right, Batman. Next Batman issue 4. So this is the last issue of next Batman before the next Batman Second Son story comes out. Uh for my birthday, King in Black 4 for my birthday, Marauders. So you get Marauders 1, and then you get a Marauders 18. But Marauders only a once a month thing. So I don't know if I'm gonna pick up that Marauder story or not for King in Black. Once a Future 16, and this is what I'm excited about. So this is coming out for the day before my birthday. Last Ronin issue 2, hyped. So not only do we get, one, two, I get 2 X-Men books. I get King in Black 4, which is a major series book going on right now. I get one of my favorite independent books. I get Batcat and Last Ronin. And I get 3 Future State books. Nightwing and Next Batman being my 2 favorite series going on right now. Super hyped for this week. Cause like straight out, like you got a clear, this could be an 8 or 9, this could be an 8, this could be an 8, this is definitely gonna be like an 8 or 9. This is easily gonna be a 9. I love what Cable's doing, especially because he's with Domino here. Marauders, you have Pyro and Iceman on the cover being badass. Like, what else could I want? And then the week after, so all you guys saw the ads. All the ads have Kindred's tentacles going over, but there's no there's no variants for it. So is this not the final artwork? So you get the final Batman Superman, final Dark Detective, House of L issue 1, excited. New Mutants with this dope. I think that's a Oh, that makes sense. So it's not Dark Beast as I thought it was. That's gonna be Cosmar. I think. I hope. This Wolverine cover is really cool, and then you get X-Men. So you're gonna have X-23 come back, which this could be what in New Mutants what they're teasing with Scout, and then after they wrap up, we get Infinity Frontier 0, then we get Batman 106, we get Man Bat 2, Last Ronin 3, Nonstop Spider-Man issue 1, and only one X-Men book. Yeah, they still haven't given us the full run. This can't be it. Amazing Spider-Man, Batman Urban Legends excited for, Joker 1 I'm excited for, Superman I'm going to start pulling, and X Factor. All right, so let's go here. Let's transition. We pull up the holding image. All right, guys. So that was my crazy new setup. Second episode of this new comic book reviews. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. I'm gonna send you guys all the love in the world. Check out the VOD. Hit me up on Instagram at Vinyl Casket or Vinyl Casket Comics if you're into indie music, heavy, soft, punky, hard, metal, death, anything. Check out Vinyl Casket. That's where my record collection is and channel updates. If you're into comic books, I post all sorts of cool covers. If you want to see some cool late 80s, early 90s X-Men covers, if you want to see trade paperbacks from the mid to late 2000s, if you want to see crazy stuff from Civil War, from I got Spider Girl stuff from the 2000s. I got all sorts of weird covers going up there. And then my weekly polls, which I'll probably be late for this week. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow because I just don't have the time to do that because it's 10 o'clock at night and I have to go to bed because I work tomorrow every day and it sucks. Make me famous so I don't have to work anymore. Yeah, so this has been the Vinyl Casket. Stay lame, stay hydrated. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my Friday night stream. So it'll be a Friday night, Saturday, normal Saturday stream. And then probably going to do another review of the next episode of WandaVision. And with the guys later on if I don't have anything come up. I might have to pop out on that. I don't know. And then Sunday, I will most likely be doing a stream at night also. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you for tuning into the review. Check out the VOD. Check out the YouTube. Thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow.